So what is up guys, Nick here helping you to master your technology. Galaxy S22 Ultra versus OnePlus 10 Pro speed test. Let's begin with a boot up in 3, 2, 1 and see which one can get there first. Now both these phones are rocking the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 CPU. On the left we do have 12 gigabytes of RAM. On the right I do have 8 gigabytes of RAM. So there's a little bit more RAM in my S22 Ultra, but this was what was sent, and you can see right here that it looks like the Samsung might lose it here on the boot up. So the OnePlus to boot up first here over the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. All right guys, so let's go ahead and do the fingerprint sensors. We do have an ultrasonic on the Galaxy S22 Ultra, an ultra thin optical under display for the OnePlus. 3, 2, go. And you can see, looks like maybe the OnePlus 3, 2, go. Yeah, both of them very quick here. 3, 2, go. Yeah, OnePlus a little bit faster. However, with the OnePlus device, I find that you can hold it like this, and it does have a raise to wake. So even though it doesn't have the ultrasonic, you can still go ahead and get into it relatively easily. With the Samsung, you could just hold it there pretty much all the time, so that's good on that front. So for this speed test, we're running One UI 4.1, Android 12 on the Galaxy also, and the latest version I've gotten was their March update. I'm pretty sure they're sending out April already, but I haven't received it just yet as of the recording of this video. Now on the OnePlus, it is running the February 5th Android security update, Android 12 version right there, and this phone does run Oxygen OS 12.1. so just so you know the software over here. All right guys, so here we are at the app test. You can see for the Samsung we do have the processing speed set to maximum. I also did put on the maximum performance mode for the OnePlus 10 Pro 5G. So if I go over here to high performance and settings, you'll see I enabled that there. It also shows up here in notifications. In addition to that, this is on fast animation, so that's around 0.5x. Did the same for the Galaxy. If you're wondering why are your Galaxy animations so fast, let's go ahead and begin with calendar, and you can see that's about the same. Now keep in mind that the OnePlus has a similar size display, but it's several $100 cheaper, and it's also similarly sharp. We'll go into calculator, we'll go into the clock. They're both adaptive refresh rates, 120 Hertz. We'll go into the weather. You could see OnePlus there. We'll go into Instagram, and you could see that looked like the OnePlus had that first. We'll go to the profile page, OnePlus on this one. And so this phone, I'm telling you guys, the OnePlus, while it's not going to be the most popular, it still does have amazing performance. You know, at $899, you are getting some pretty amazing performance there. So let's go into Groupon here on both devices, and you can see Groupon did load faster there for the OnePlus and now the Samsung. We're gonna go ahead and go to one of these categories here on both devices. Let's go into things to do, and you can see the OnePlus faster there. Pretty good performance here. Let's go into ESPN. Both phones are very fast. This is a good thing, because now what you buy in these more premium phones these days, looks like Samsung strikes back here on ESPN. Let's go into scores, and you can see scores pretty similar on both. Let's go into Amazon, and they both do have a pretty similar gesture. I will say that OnePlus's feels a little bit smoother, but they're both pretty similar. We'll go into YouTube now, and you can see right there YouTube on the right. Let's head up out of there. We'll go into eBay for both phones, and we had to reload that on the OnePlus. Let's do that one again. We'll go into eBay for both phones, and it looks like eBay is going to go to the OnePlus on the right. We'll go into Starbucks for both phones, and you'll see pretty similar. We'll go into PUBG Mobile and see which one could actually load this first. So the Samsung with the start there definitely looks a little smoother from the get on that one, but we'll see how they actually come out, which one actually comes out on top to get to the actual lobby. So you can see OnePlus maybe ahead, maybe. We'll have to see here. I gotta say though, man, the OnePlus is not getting a lot of credit lately, but this thing can perform. It's no chump when it comes to the performance. You can see right there, wins it out here over the Galaxy S22 Ultra to get to the lobby here. Let's go ahead and hit that. So man, I'm telling you, the performance is strong on the OnePlus device. Let's go into the dead trigger 2, and that's not saying that the Samsung isn't strong either. It's also strong, but I think, as always, with all the features packed in there, with the Samsung devices, you have so much going on that sometimes they're slightly slower than some other devices, but once you turn on high performance stuff, they do pretty well as well. And for all the features, it's about the user experience. Some people are going to really prefer the Galaxy experience because of the ecosystem, for all the features you can do, for all the multitasking. They're really just going to prefer it. But for those of you who want raw performance, I think OnePlus might be your jam. If you want just straight raw performance, that's what this phone has always been really good at, is the OnePlus devices, is just this raw performance. So you can see we're still waiting a little bit here for the Galaxy. And again, remember, we are in maximum performance mode, so there's no excuses for either one of these to load anything slow or reload. So we'll see that in the upcoming RAM management. Stay tuned. But you can see right here, pretty similar on Crossy Road. They're not gonna have a problem with that basic game. Let's go into 3D Mark, and you can see 3D Mark. Looks like the Galaxy there. We'll go into Rush, and pretty similar for both of them, but it looks like the OnePlus gonna take it here. Man, this OnePlus looks like it's been taking more of these basic apps than the Samsung. Google Lens was not supposed to be there, so let's remove that. But I gotta say, man, these phones both very fast, but it looked like to me that just on the basic everyday apps and high performance mode, the OnePlus took it. But let's see how they do when they reload. All right guys, so let's go back through these applications, see if we get any reloads here for the Galaxy S22 Ultra. I don't think so. This thing is a powerhouse. It's got 12 gigabytes of RAM, but we'll just see what it's capable of here. I still gotta say, man, it still needs to get a little smoother when it comes to just the transitions. It's just, when you're going through all these apps, and a lot of people are gonna say nobody goes through that many apps that fast. It's probably true, but it adds up throughout the day that you see this difference in, you know, how you're popping through your applications when you're multitasking in the real world. You might just see a little bit of a, see that animation, like, why did it look, you see how it like just flew like that? Like, why did it look like that? Like, I know if you go like that, it'll look a little smoother, but in the real world, when you're swiping through, it can sometimes look a little bit janky. Let's see if the OnePlus can reload anything. So far, so good. I will say the animations, there goes a reload. I will say the animations look a little smoother, but we're getting reloads already, and this phone is in its, you know, top level. So 8 gigs of RAM reloading. Oh my, not good here. Not happy with this so far. So OnePlus, you need an update here. Fix the RAM management. YouTube reloaded as well. Amazon reloading. ESPN, I think it's gonna reload everything. It looks like we're just, Twitter was open. Instagram was open. Weather, gotta reload the weather though. Calculator and calendar even reloaded. So essentially a bunch of reloads. That's pretty shocking on the OnePlus. So a little bit jankier animations for the Samsung, more applications held open. RAM management seems to be, needs to be a fix on the OnePlus over here. We need an update here to hold those apps better in the background, but 8 gigs of RAM, that could be playing into it. Neither of these did as amazing as I would like to see though. I would like to see improvements for both people, or for both manufacturers going forward on these two devices. All right, and here's the final Geekbench scores. You can see 1108 on the single core. We have 1192 on the OnePlus. 3225 better multi-core score for the Samsung than the OnePlus, but not by much, and that's probably due to the RAM. Let's go ahead now and run a 3D Mark, and I'll be back when they're done with this wildlife test in a minute. Okay, final scores are in for 3D Mark, and the OnePlus benched higher than the Samsung here. 9,829, 58.90 average frame rate, 7,032, and then 42.10 over here. So definitely the OnePlus seeming to perform a little bit better throughout this test, which is kind of weird to me considering they're both in the maximum modes. But the Samsung has not only been getting more recent updates, but also has more RAM. But overall, I would say the OnePlus feels a little bit faster, but the RAM management needs some work here for the device. But pretty impressive for the price point on the OnePlus 10 Pro. Samsung's still going to be probably the much more popular phone with the S Pen support, with having all of the features that comes with the longer software support, the more consistent updates, and just being basically everything you can get in a phone. So this is not to knock anything on Samsung. They're doing an amazing job here with this phone. But OnePlus entering the market, I think, gives gives you a pretty solid alternative option if you want some really good performance and some really good cameras and solid battery life. Stay tuned for my full review on the OnePlus 10 Pro, and let me know which one you guys prefer here between these two down below. If you found it helpful, entertaining, informing, click the like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Nick here. Be sure to be well, and peace.